Hey guys, it's Mr. T-Bone81 here again with another review for you guys, and today this is one of my special ones. We are going to do G1 Sky Lynx. Now of course, like I said in other previous G1 reviews, this is not the G1 original one. This is the Encore version, the Takara Tomy Encore version, so this is Sky Lynx. And when I was growing up, I had Sky Lynx as a kid, and I got it for Christmas one year, and I must say that when I think of Transformers, I can't think of Transformers without. I mean, you have the obvious ones like Optimus and Megatron and those guys and everything, but Sky Lynx is one figure and character that I can't think of Transformers without thinking of this guy, because this was my childhood right here for sure, because I had a Sky Lynx and I loved him mostly because of the formations that he can make. You know, he's a rocket, but then he's a triple changer almost, you know, and he's got two robots to him, which is also awesome. And so here you have him in his rocket ship mode, and you know, very nice, and just, you know, you just gotta love it because he's just so classic. At least for me, he is, you know. And so definitely love this and enjoy this figure a lot. But the gimmicks for this guy back in the day were really nice. He had electronics to him. He was able to roll. I don't have batteries in him right now just because I don't usually keep batteries in him when he's displayed in my collection, because I don't want the batteries to leak. So I didn't put any batteries in this for this review. But what you can do with this guy is, if you flip it over on the bottom side, you can see here there's two switches. This is the on-off switch, and then this is the rolling. Like, you can click between rolling and walking. So when he's walking in his robot mode, he can walk, but then in this mode he'll roll, and he does roll very nicely. If you've seen reviews on him, then you know he can roll very nicely. So but definitely just an awesome looking figure, and you can even split him, and so he can be just the rocket vehicle mode, and then, I mean, I guess this is more of a base. I guess I'm not really sure what it would be, but you can split him, and this is one thing that I loved about this figure growing up. And so let me get him into his two robot modes, and you can take a look at him. I'm sure you guys have all seen it already though, but so to transform this base, you just lift down these legs here. Do that on both sides. Okay, and then do the back legs as well. Okay, and then pull out these back pieces here. Not really sure what these are, but they are there, and they were always there. So, and then just lift up his head to reveal his head and fold it out. And then there you have him in his lion mode. There you go, lock the head in. Okay, and then for this part of Sky Lynx, you can flip out his wings, and there's two pieces to it, so just flip them out real fast like so, and then come down here and then flip out his legs. Okay, and then this part was always my favorite. You can come back here and then just open up his exhaust and then just pull out his tail, which can be a little finicky and sometimes difficult, but yeah, you can get it there. Okay, and then what you're going to want to do is, for this front piece, you're just going to pull it up, just pull them all out, just like so, and then just open his mouth up. There you go. And then there you have the bird mode of Sky Lynx, which he can stand. Let me see here. There we go. Oh, I can't really see that. Okay, let me just lift that up a little bit. And there you have it right there, guys. And so this was my childhood, guys, and I am so glad that, you know, unfortunately I did lose my Sky Lynx. I don't know, parents gave them away, whatever it was, when I was growing up. And so I've always wanted to get another one back in my collection, and I finally did get one. So I am super excited to have this guy back in my collection. Had him for a little while now, but definitely when I did get him, I was ecstatic, because this was Transformers to me in many ways growing up. And so, but here you have them in these two modes, and they're very nice. I mean, back from the 80s, like who thinks up this stuff? I mean, this is so cool. Just looking at the bird mode and just the way that they were able to get this guy to transform and become this bird. And then on the lion, you have him as well, and it's just amazing. And so the thing I also liked the most was probably just the combined mode that these guys can do. And so just to do that, you can lift these guys up, lift up his legs, and just push them back up. And then very simply, just come over here and take the lion, push his head down, okay, and then there are going to be, there's holes here, 1, 2, 3, and they peg onto little pegs here on top of the base here. And so you can just peg these on, just like that, and push it down. And then there you have Sky Lynx, looks like, in his combined mode. And you know, back in the day in the 1980s, this is a very big toy. I remember my parents were telling me when they got me this toy, it was pretty expensive back in the day. It wasn't cheap. And so even for, you know, 20-25 years ago, these toys were still, you know, running at a pretty hefty price. And so with this guy in my collection, I love it. I love it so much. This guy is such a iconic figure for me personally, and like I said, he does have that walking capability. If you just put some batteries in him, he can walk. If you just flip that switch, he walks pretty nicely. If you haven't seen him already walking videos, he can. And so just even in terms of articulation on this guy, it's not super great, but then, you know, obviously you can move these legs. You can move them manually if you want, and so they do have some motion, and then the feet can go up and down like that. And then his head does move, so you can get even, you know, some different modes, some different looks to him. The thing I loved about this guy was his cannon in his mouth here. You know, so he can shoot. Very good play toy as a kid growing up, and you can do so many different things with this guy that just made it that much better as a toy for me as a kid growing up. And so, you know, but that, you know, that's just a good look at G1 Sky Lynx. And like I said, simple transformations for G1 toys, but at the same time, they have a special place for Transformers fans. And if you know, I'm not saying this is a must-have for your G1 collection, but if you are a G1 fan, then you probably already have this guy. And I definitely enjoy having him once again. And so definitely I would recommend picking him up, because he's not that expensive now, especially for the Encore version. He's typically around, you know, $60. You can probably get him for $60 very easily, which is very reasonable for this figure. So definitely highly recommend him for your collection if you don't have him already. And you know, but yeah, it's Sky Lynx, and I'll pretty much say that about any G1 figure. Basically, that's who it is. And you know, if you're a Transformers fan and you collect Transformers, then, you know, I would highly recommend getting him. So that'll do it for this review. Please feel free to ask questions, leave comments, and please don't forget to rate and subscribe. And I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching.